Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the videos useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this problem using the concepts of vectors in R3. So the point P is located in R3 as shown on the coordinate axis below. So let's start with part A. Determine the coordinates of points A, B, C, D, E, and F. So we can see in this diagram that points O, A, B, C, D, E, P, and F make a rectangular prism. And out of all these points, only the coordinates of point P are given. And we know that point O is the origin where the three axes X, Y, and Z cross each other. So we have to find the coordinates of points A, B, C, D, E, and F. So let's start with point A. So point A lies on x-axis. So as a result, the y and z coordinates for point A will be equal to 0. So the x number for point A will be same as the x number for point P because A and P lie on the rectangle ABPF. So all of these points will have the same x number. So point A is -2, 0, 0. So now we can analyze point B. So point B lies in the xy plane. So its z number will be equal to 0. And the x and y coordinates for point B will be the same as the x and y coordinates for point P because B and P lie on the same vertical line. So point B is -2, 4, and 0. Now we can analyze point C. Point C lies on y-axis. So for that reason, its x and z coordinates will be equal to 0. And the y coordinate of point C will be the same as the y coordinate of point P because P and C lie on the rectangle PBCE. So point C will be 0, 4, 0. Now we can analyze point D. Point D lies on z-axis, so that means its x and y coordinates will be equal to 0. Now the z coordinate of point D will be the same as that of point P because P and D lie in the same plane, which is that of the rectangle PFDE. So point D is 0, 0, -7. Now we can analyze point E. So point E lies in the ZY plane. So its x number is equal to 0. And point E lies in the same plane as the rectangle PEFD. So therefore, the YZ coordinates for point E will be the same as that of point P. So point E is 0, 4, -7. Now point F lies in XZ plane. So its y coordinate is equal to 0 and its x and z coordinates will be equal to point P because F and P lie in the same rectangle as A, B, P, F. So this is point F. So we are done with part A. Now we can analyze part B. So what are the vectors associated with each of the points in part A? So the vectors associated with each of these points will be the position vectors for these points. So vector OA represents the position vector for point A, and in component form this position vector can be written as -2, 0, 0. So now for point B, the position vector is OB, and that is equal to OC is the position vector for point C. OD is the position vector for point D. OE is the position vector for point E. And OF is the position vector for point F. So these are the vectors in component form for the points in part A. Now we can analyze part C. So how far below the XY plane is the rectangle DEPF? So the rectangle ABCO is in the XY plane. So the rectangle DEPF is 7 units below the XY plane because the Z coordinate for point P is -7. So that's why this rectangle is 7 units below the XY plane. So this should be the answer for part C. Now we can analyze part D. What is the equation of the plane containing the points B, C, E and P? So B, C, E and P make a rectangle, and this rectangle is parallel to the XZ plane, and this rectangle is 4 units to the right side of the XZ plane because for point P the Y coordinate is 4. So all points that lie on this plane will have a Y coordinate equal to 4. So that's why the equation of the plane is Y equals 4. So this should be the final answer for part D. Now we can analyze part E. Describe mathematically the set of points contained in rectangle BCEP. So BCEP has points for which the y coordinate is always equal to 4. So the x number can vary, the z number can vary, but the y coordinate for all points will be equal to 4. So the general point for all points that lie on this in this rectangle can be written as So this is the ordered pair for all points that lie in this rectangle. So x here can be any value between 0 and -2 because the points have to lie in this rectangle BCEP, and along the x-axis this rectangle goes from C to B, and at C the x value is 0 and at B the x value is -2. So x can be any number between -2 and 0, including -2 and 0. Similarly, for z, so the values can vary from 0 to -7 because at point C the z value is 0, and as we go down the rectangle all the way to point E, the z value is equal to -7, the same as the z value for point P. So the z value can vary from -7 to 0. So this should be the final answer for part E. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.